It's our honor to have you. All right, it's another beautiful morning, beautiful people. It has been the Watete Children's Choir that have ushered us into the Wicked Board. We thank you so much for the great honor you've given to us. Thank you so much for choosing Salt, the best, and forgetting the rest. We're here to bring you a live talk show of different beautiful young leaders from all over Africa as we share different ideas. Last week, we had a very great interaction about children's rights and their advocacy in Africa, and just can't thank you enough if you're a great part. If you were there and you gave me some great feedback, I also can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for always watching and giving us that feedback. It really means a lot. So because of the positive feedback we received, we're like, okay, why don't we listen from the younger leaders from Africa? We truly agree that we had young leaders, but again, we want to hear from more younger leaders. That's why today I'm proud to present to you this live talk show as we're meeting with different young leaders aged between the age of 8 to 10 years, and these are coming from countries like Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, where we're actually coming live from South Sudan, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Nigeria. So if you're just joining us, welcome, be a part of the show. If you have any friend of yours that is not yet watching and their connection with TV is not that nice, we're having a live stream that is going down on our different social media platforms. We're on Facebook and YouTube. So if you like the one looking for this particular weekend, it's Turkish Garments that made it possible. You'll be getting to know more about them, but for now, just take a quick search and look out for them on their different social media platforms. They're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as Turkish Garments UG, or even on their website. I'm sure I won't get disappointed. So today on the show, I'm glad to be joined by a couple of great panelists, and we're going to be talking about children's lives in Africa. We believe that children contribute a great percentage to in Africa, and because of that percentage, they actually contribute a quarter. The African child contributes a quarter to the entire global population. That's a great number. Therefore, the way they live, the way they thrive, the way they strive to survive in their country means a lot. That's why today the Little Voice is proud to present to you this great deal of panelists. Joining me for this particular show, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to first join me, welcome. She is the Mini Miss Africa Uganda 2021. I'm so glad to have you, Queen Mukanza.
Hello everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
All right, kindly tell the viewer about yourself.
Hello everyone. My name is Mukanza Daniela. I am the reigning Miss Africa Uganda. I am a queen. I am a model. I am the CEO of Daniela Girls Empowerment Foundation.
You are a CEO. How old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
Wow, you're already a CEO. So what does the Nyala Mukanza Foundation do?
It is a foundation. It is a foundation that empowers young girls to become like me in future.
Okay, that's so great. That's so great. Then, ladies and gentlemen, joining us from Nigeria, you're going to join me. Welcome, Queen Daniela Oga. Queen Daniela, welcome to the show.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Queen.
Viewer.
Good morning, Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Queen Daniela from Nigeria. I'm the current Mini Miss Africa Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the show. Then also joining us from Zambia, ladies and gentlemen, join me. Welcome, Queen Roth. Welcome to the show. From the representative from Zimbabwe 2020, Little Miss Queen. Welcome to the show. All right, so our dear queens joining us via Zoom and the internet. Kylie, when you're going to speak, I request you to unmute your mic so that we can get what you're actually saying. Is that okay? All right, let's return to studio, ladies and gentlemen. In studio, I'm joined by a very, very, very interesting queen. She's coming from South Sudan. I'm so honored to have you. Good morning.
Good morning to you too.
How is your morning? It happens to be a cold one. How was yours?
It was great.
All right, kindly introduce yourself to the viewers watching us out there.
Hello everybody, my name is Queen Vomve Blessing Isaac, Total Little Miss Africa. I am 8 years old. Thank you.
All right, so how best could you describe an African child?
An African child.
Mm.
I'll start by first breaking down children's rights.
Okay.
Children's rights are a subset of human rights with particular attention to the rights of special protection and care afforded to minors. Some of the rights of the children in my country are rights to good health, education, family life and standard of living that's good enough to meet their physical and social needs and support their development. I was supported, and that's why I started modeling. Today, I am Little Miss Africa. Thank you.
All right, so are you doing some advocacy, or how are you trying to reach out to children that are in need in South Sudan? Let me try to understand. I've heard that you do some helping for street children. Kindly tell us about it.
Right now, I'm going to talk about child abuse.
Okay.
Child abuses occur in many forms like physical abuse, social abuse, emotional abuse, and sexual abuse. Many a times we have heard and seen children being raped, killed, and brutally treated, and this kills the mental health of the victim as well as the rest of the children.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. Let me listen from Queen Daniela. Tell us about your foundation. What services does your foundation offer, or what does your foundation do for minors?
My foundation, it gives young girls, I give them clothes when I go in the village. I provide them with shelter because they don't have shelter. I provide them with food that they can also eat, and I also give them goats that can provide them with other basic needs that they need.
You give them goats?
Yes.
Where do you get the goats from?
My father, when I won Little Mini Miss Uganda, I decided to use that crown by the help of my parents to help those young girls be like me in future.
Oh, that's a really, really brilliant idea. Let's join our panelists via Zoom. Let me listen from Queen Ruth. She's from Zambia. Good morning, welcome to the show. Microphone, please. Kindly unmute your microphone, please. All right, I think we're having an issue with the internet, but when we return, we're going to be diving more deeper into the conversation as we discuss children's lives. For now, we take a musical break. Let's return shortly. That quick commercial, beautiful people. We're very sorry for the different challenges that came in with the technical part, but we're back, and we're still joined by some of the queens from abroad. Let's start from where we stopped. We had the introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, join me welcome the representative from Zambia. Queen Ruth, welcome to the show.
Thank you
for the invitation. I'm so glad to be here.
All right, kindly introduce yourself to the viewers watching you right now on Soul Television.
What did you say?
Kindly introduce yourself to the viewers that are watching you right now on Soul Television.
Oh, my name is Ruth Lubuto Katioka. I am the representative of Zambia on the Little Miss Africa program. I am 11 years old and I wish to advocate for the rights of children because I am a child and I understand what many children are going through right now. And that's why I decided to join the Little Miss Africa. Thank you.
All right, of late I've been able to listen to one of your articles and you gave a very great definition of an African child. Kindly share with our viewer out there, how best can an African child be described?
Well, an African child is resilient and there are many ways to describe him or her because an African child is very creative and has ideas. She is naturally defined through her heritage of Africa. She is beautiful and she's one of a kind. She's very unique and there's nobody like her.
All right, that's so nice to hear. Let's turn to Nigeria. Queen Daniela, good morning. Kindly introduce yourself to the viewers and share with us how children's lives are thriving in Nigeria.
Hey, my name is Queen Daniela Bassam Olga from Nigeria. First and foremost, we need to understand who is a child and what are their rights. A child is someone who is below the age of 18. And their rights are rights to every child has to basic needs, to education, to nationality and name from birth, and they need nutrition, shelter, basic needs services, etc. Thank you.
All right, so kindly share with our viewer one or two ways you've been able to make sure that children's rights in Nigeria or children have a better place in Nigeria.
Well, I am an advocate for physically challenged, and I would like to lend my voice to speak for those who aren't able to showcase their talent. I would like to create a platform to help them to share their potentials. Everyone, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Back in studio. So Queen Daniela, you're a CEO of an organization that fights hard to empower girl children. Where do you get your inspiration?
I get inspiration from not understood.
I beg your pardon?
Not understood.
All right, so we do a lot of things in the world because there is a reason or there is someone we look up to. So when you're doing your advocacy and helping children out there, who is that person you look up to?
I help my friend Maria.
Okay.
I give her food, shelter, and when I go in the village, I play with her. And I also got to meet her parents. And I also have my friend, I take care of 2 girls in my village.
Okay.
And I invited them on my birthday.
All right, so where do you get the compassion? Why do you decide to help them?
I decided to help them because they're also children like us.
Okay.
And they're also living a bad life.
Yeah, so you fight hard to improve their livelihood.
Yes.
That's a good of you. Well, it's just great talent happening in here. And how a young child out there decides to help another. Then what about you, the adults? All right, let me hear from the representative from South Sudan. Kindly share with our viewer one or two ways you believe children's rights can be advocated for, or as a young person, how can you fight hard to make sure that children's rights are cared for in the community?
As a young model who was and is loved, I met my social need, which is to be loved and have a sense of self-worth.
Okay.
Every child has a talent. Every child has the ability to do something, and all they need is support. Because if we don't support them, how will they survive in this world?
And how do you believe anyone in the community can support children?
Pardon?
How can people in the community support children?
By helping them, giving them shelter and food,
Okay.
because they really need it, or else children on the streets will keep on increasing day by day.
All right, that's so important. Let's go via the internet. Let me hear from the representative from Zambia. What is the advice you could give to all children out there, more so in your country, Zambia, and also Africa at large?
So the advice that I can give to all of the children in my community as well as Africa at large is that they should keep on smiling and that they should continue to fight for their rights as children. And us as Africa, as a community, we should find different ways that we can help them by supporting them, spreading the word of how they are suffering. And as well as everybody, we just need to hope and children and
Talked
find
about
many
children
different
fight-
ways.
Yes, you talked about children
Hello?
fighting for their rights. How best can children out there fight for their rights?
Well, what I think is how children fight for their rights is by showing what they can do, by speaking up through their voices. They may ask for help, and we should also be willing to listen to them and to hear what they have to say.
All right, thank you so much. Let me listen from the representative from Nigeria. Kindly share with us some advice you could give to children out there, more so concerning them growing into better citizens of their countries and occupants of Africa at large.
I would like to advise that children are treated equally and should and allowed to express their potentials and their dreams. And it doesn't mean if you are physically challenged that you cannot express your potentials and pursue your dreams and talents. So, I would like to advise every child to know that they have their own uniqueness. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Back in studio, let me listen from Queen Daniela. You know, a lot of people watching us, including government representatives, and each and every one of us is a government because we represent our country at different stages, maybe at home, at school, or even at our workplaces. What advice do you have to the government or recommendation to the government also about children in Africa?
I advise the government to help those children on streets, give them their basic needs that they need, and I also advise the government to buy for those street children masks, and they also buy for them sanitizers. They should keep social distance at least 2 meters away from another,
Okay.
and they should at least get some children and get them off streets.
Definitely, that's very creative and very interactive. Let me listen from the representative from South Sudan. How do you believe the government can better the livelihoods of children?
Policymakers should consider needs of children, include children in decision-making processes, because in this way, policymakers will be able to know what children want, what they have in mind, and what they are lacking.
All right, that's so true. So do you want to send shout outs to people watching you, maybe your friends or anyone?
Yes.
Okay.
My advice goes to both children and parents or guardians. Be mindful of your peer group. Parents should know how they raise their children. Parents should support the children and their talents. Parents should treat children with equality. My fellow children, discover yourselves and build yourselves. Thank you. My name is Queen Bombe Blessing Isaac, Total Little Miss Africa.
Thank you so much. Let's listen from the representatives from different countries. Let's listen from that of Zimbabwe, of Zambia. Queen Ruth, you're one who does very nice work when it comes to the pen and the paper. You write so well. How have you been able to advocate for children's rights in this kind of manner?
Well, for me, it's more about what I wish to do for the children. But as of now, I think I'm able to advocate for the children's rights through this Little Miss Africa program, because there are many social media apps, or let's say pages, which people watch, and through this Little Miss Africa spread people about all children are facing. And I hope that the children are able to hear so that they can stand up for their rights. And I wish to engage with government organizations such as the Human Rights Commission, so that I can help to give ideas on what the children need and how we can help them. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Let's listen from the representative from Nigeria. We're coming to the end of the show. Kindly share with our viewer one or two ways you believe the government can try to better the livelihoods of children.
Thank you. And I would recommend the policymakers that protects the rights of children, that all their actions and decisions must be guided by what policies that they are in the best interest of the children. All actions and decisions should ensure that there is no discriminated children against. I would like to emphasize that children have a right to be heard on matters affecting Nigeria and Africa at large. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Back in studio, Daniela, do you want to send greetings to maybe your friends or your family?
I tell all those people out there, I tell them to keep social distance and they keep their smiles on. They should always wear their masks and they should also sanitize. I'm Mukanja Daniela, the reigning Miss Africa, Uganda. Thank you.
Little Queen, do you want to send some greetings to people watching you?
Yes.
Please do.
I want to advise people out there, keep social distancing, sanitize all the time, because this pandemic is getting worse moment, or you can say every day. So we should keep social distance, wash our hands and sanitize.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Let me return to our panelists from different countries. Let me start with the one from Nigeria. Do you have any advice for children or any other word you want to tell the audience before we end the show?
Well, my advice is that I believe children have different potentials and talents to pursue, and they are supposed to follow their dreams and keep smiling. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Representative from Zambia, before we wind up the show, one or two words to each and everyone watching you about yourself and how they can get in touch.
I believe that I am willing to use the talents that I have, such as acting, singing, drawing, so that I can help the children to speak through my drawing, I can showcase that being suffered, and also I dread. They should keep smiling and they should stop fighting for what is rightfully theirs. They speak out. They have no chance for actions to be taken against their injustices. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honor having your company for this particular episode of the show. We've been bringing you a live broadcast as we discuss children's lives all over Africa. It has been an opportunity. Thank you so much for choosing us over the rest and giving us an opportunity to talk to you. For this fantastic look, ladies and gentlemen, it is by Turkish Garments UG. Find them at their different locations. They actually have 2 locations. You can find them, that's Chagwe Road, opposite Diamond Trust Bank, Equatorial Mall. They have a